Hello, today we will be learning how to make a 3D model of banana in Cinema 4D. And please note that this video is for absolute beginners and therefore we will start learning everything from the basics. The banana model you see here will be our final output. This is exactly what we will be making in this video. So let's get started. I will close this project and will open a new project. Okay, so by default, we will start our work in perspective view. Now let's quickly understand what different views are available in Cinema 4D and how to navigate across those views. So click F5 to see these four views available to us in Cinema 4D. The name of these views are perspective view, top view, right view, and front view. Now, to maximize a specific view, place your mouse pointer inside that view and click middle mouse scroll wheel. Again, click middle mouse scroll wheel, and this will minimize a particular view. So this is how we maximize a specific view by clicking middle mouse scroll wheel or middle mouse button. Alternatively, you can also click on this rightmost icon to maximize or minimize a specific view. Let me maximize this front view here. Minimize it. Great. So this is we are in perspective view. Now there is another shortcut to maximize and minimize or to toggle to a different view, and those are function keys. We can use F1 to go to perspective view, F2 to go to top view, F3 to go to right view, F4 to go to front view, and F5 to see four different views on same screen. Now let me go to perspective view by clicking on this rightmost icon. Okay. Now let's quickly understand how to navigate within a view. So there are three ways to navigate: zoom, rotate, and move. Now to show this navigation, I will quickly add a cube by clicking on this cube button here. Now in order to zoom, use mouse scroll wheel and scroll forward to zoom in and scroll backward to zoom out. Next, in order to rotate around your object, click and hold Alt key, and at the same time click and hold left mouse key and drag your mouse either left or right. And this is how you can rotate around your object. Lastly, in order to move across the screen, click and hold Alt key, and at the same time click and hold mouse scroll wheel and drag mouse towards left or towards right. Now let's spend another minute to learn how to modify your object. So basically there are three modification tools, and in order to activate these modification tools, we will use three shortcut keys on our keyboard: E, R, and T. E is used to move, R is used to rotate, and T is used to scale or modify. Now let's do some quick practice. Now before using the shortcut keys to modify, make sure that you will select your object first. Now click E on your keyboard and then click and hold left mouse button on one of the three arrows. And at the same time, move your mouse either left or right. Now at this point, we need to learn the most important concept of any 3D software. In any three-dimensional design work, we can move or modify our object in three different directions. and these directions are known as axes. These are x, y, and z axis. On x-axis, you can move your object either left or right. On y-axis, you can move your object either up or down. And on z-axis, you can move your object either front or back. If you are learning these three axes for the first time, then you may find it little difficult to understand the concept of three dimensions. But don't worry and trust me that with some patience and practice, you can master this very quickly. Now let's come back to learn how to modify our object. So first, let's move how to move an object. As I have told earlier, in order to move an object, we need to use E key. So click E on your keyboard and bring your mouse pointer over the x-axis, and then click and hold left mouse button, and at the same time drag your mouse either left or right. Since we have selected x-axis, our object will move left or right on x-axis. Similarly, click and hold left mouse button on the y-axis and drag your mouse upward or downward. This will move your object on y-axis. Similarly, click and hold left mouse button on z-axis and drag your mouse left or right to move your object accordingly. Next, we will learn to rotate. Firstly, make sure that your object is selected and then click R on your keyboard. Now you will see three circles over your object with colors of green, blue, and red. These three colored circles will help you rotate your object in three different directions. Let's do some practice and rotate our object. Move your mouse pointer closer to green circle, and once this green circle turns white, click and hold left mouse button and drag your mouse either left or right. We are moving our object on x-axis. Similarly, move your mouse pointer closer to blue circle, and once blue circle turns white, click and hold left mouse button and drag your mouse upward or downward. Here we are rotating our object on y-axis. Similarly, move your mouse pointer closer to red circle, and once red circle turns white, click and hold left mouse button and drag your mouse left or right. Next, we will learn how to scale our object. So click T on your keyboard. Here you will find two different control handles. First one is a small yellow colored square, and the second one is a big green color square, or there will be a red color square and a blue color square. So these are basically two different handles. One is the small square and the other one is big square. So with this big square, you can resize your cube proportionally from all three directions. So bring your mouse pointer over a big square, click and hold left mouse button and drag your mouse downward. So see, we are actually resizing our cube from all three directions. Now with this small square, we can resize our cube on a specific axis. So bring your mouse closer to this yellow circle, click and hold left mouse button and drag your mouse downward. Now you can see that we are modifying our object on y-axis. Similarly, if I move my mouse pointer over this small square, click and hold my left mouse button and drag my mouse backward. So here we are modifying our object on x-axis. Similarly, if I move my mouse pointer on z-axis square, click and hold left mouse button and drag my mouse upward or backward. So this is how we modify our object. Now we have learned two important things. One is how to navigate around different views, and second, how to modify an object. Now we will start working on our banana model. Firstly, I will delete this cube and will add a new cube. Perfect. Now I will click F5 and will go to this front view. So place your mouse pointer inside the front view and click middle mouse scroll button. This will maximize your front view. Now first of all, we will import a picture of banana in front view so that we can use it as a reference image to build our 3D banana model. Now to import the banana image, I will click on options and here I will click on configure, and this will enable some of the options here. So here I will click on back, and on this image options I will click on this button, and here I will load a banana image which I have downloaded earlier. So this is the banana image which I will be importing on Cinema 4D. You can easily download any of such image from Google, or else you can download this image from the link given in description section of this video. So in Google, simply type banana and then click on images, and here you will find many of such similar banana image. You can use any of them as per your wish, or else you can download my banana image from the link given in description section of this video. Now let's remove these grids to make this image look more clean, and to do so click on filter and uncheck the grid option. So now our banana looks more clean. Now I will click on F5 to show you that this banana image is visible only on front view and not in any of the other view. Now you must notice that in front view we have both the banana image and also the cube. Let me maximize the front view here. So here we have both the banana and our cube. Now you must notice that this square is actually a three-dimensional cube, but we are now only looking the front view of our cube in 2 dimensions. Next, I will resize the cube to match with the size of this banana. Before reducing the size, I will first bring this cube little down by activating Move tool by clicking E on my keyboard. Next, I will bring my mouse pointer close to this green arrow, and here I will click and hold my left mouse button and will drag my mouse downward. Now to resize this cube, I will click T on my keyboard to activate the scale mode. Now I will move my mouse pointer closer to this green square, click and hold my left mouse button and drag mouse downward. See, this is how we resize our cube. Now I will further use Move tool by clicking E on my keyboard. I will bring my mouse pointer closer to green circle, and once this turns white, I will click and hold my left mouse button and move my mouse downward. Again I will click T to modify my cube, and here I will bring my mouse pointer closer to the green square, click and hold my left mouse button and drag mouse downward. Again click E to activate Move tool. Move your mouse pointer closer to green arrow and drag it down. Here I will zoom in by using my mouse scroll wheel. Now again I will move it slightly upward. Perfect. Now I will click F5 to go to perspective view by clicking on this button. Here I will make a loop cut in this cube. Here, first of all, I will use my scroll wheel to zoom in, and then I will use Alt key and middle mouse scroll wheel to move it on center. Again, I will zoom in. Here I will make a loop cut in this cube. However, before making the cut, we have to first make this cube editable by clicking on make editable button here. Now this cube is editable. Now click on this edges tool here and then click right mouse button to select loop cut, loop path cut. So basically the loop cut helps us to cut our object across all the sides. So now bring your mouse pointer closer to this edge, and once this edge is active, click on center of this edge. Perfect. So what we have done is we have made a loop path cut from all the directions. Now click F5 and then maximize the front view by clicking on this rightmost button here. Now I will zoom in little further. Now we will modify our cube to make it look similar to our banana. To do so, first click on the point mode here and then click and hold left mouse key on this options and select rectangle selection here. So rectangle selection tool helps us to select all the points within a specific area. Now we have to select this middle points. So what we will do is we will click and hold left mouse button and drag our mouse downward to make a rectangle and then leave the mouse key. So what we have done is we have selected the middle point. Now I will click on F5 to show you what we have selected here. So click F5 and maximize your perspective view. And now you can see that we have selected these 2 points. We have not just selected the point on the front surface, but we have also selected the point on the back surface. And this is what rectangle selection tool do. And this is actually what we wanted. So now since both the points is selected, we can modify them or move them together. Let me show you how. So bring your mouse pointer closer to this green arrow. Click and hold left mouse button and drag your mouse upward. Can you see how we are moving or modifying both the points at the same time? Let me click Ctrl+C to undo. Now click F5 to see all the 4 views together and maximize your front view by clicking on this button. Here now what we will do is we will use this green arrow to move this point downward. So move your mouse closer to this green arrow, click and hold left mouse button and drag your mouse downward. Similarly, we will select these points and move them downward. Again, we will select these points and move them downward. And here we will select these points and move them little upward. Here again little upward. So what we are trying to do is to make our cube look similar to banana object. Now I will click F5 and will go to my perspective view. Maximize perspective view. This is just to show you how our cube now looks like. Again click F5 and go to front view. Maximize the front view. Next we will make couple of loop cuts again. So right click and select loop path cut. Now let's make 2 loop path cut, one near the bottom of the cube and one towards the top of the cube. Now click F1 to go to perspective view. Remember that F1 is the shortcut key to directly toggle to perspective view. Okay, so here we are on perspective view and this is how our cube now looks like. Now click E and then click on this polygon button and then select the top two surface of this cube, and you can select both of them at the same time by using shift key. Now click T to activate the scale mode. Now click and hold left mouse button on this small blue square here. Click and hold and drag your mouse towards left. So here we are actually trying to give this cube a shape similar to our banana. Next I will use rotate option and move it towards the back side. Here again I will select these two surfaces by using shift key. And then I will use this blue square to resize these shapes. Perfect. So now this is how the cube looks like. Now we will learn another interesting feature known as extrude. Extrude is a very useful feature and is used a lot by all Cinema 4D users. So click E and then click these three surfaces at the same time by using shift key. Now click right mouse button and select extrude. Now click and hold left mouse button and drag your mouse pointer towards the right. Wow, this is so awesome. So what we have done is basically we have made another set of segments using extrude function. Now I will click F4 to go to my front view, and here we are. So this is the new set of segments which we have just created using extrude function. Now click and hold left mouse button on this green arrow and move it upward. Now let's use extrude option one more time. Since we are already in extrude function, we will simply click and hold left mouse button and drag mouse towards the right. Wow, this is so amazing. We have just created one more set of polygons. Now click R to activate the rotate mode. Here, bring your mouse pointer closer to this blue circle, and once this blue circle turns white, click and hold left mouse button and drag your mouse little upward. Next, click E button. This will bring back your move tool. Use this green arrow to move this upward. Now click T to activate scale mode. Now watch this carefully. I have clicked T and now I will resize this cube from all directions together, and therefore I will not select any of these two squares, neither green neither red. What I will do is I will simply click somewhere outside here and drag my mouse left or right. See, when I go left, it is resizing from all the direction, and when I go right, it is resizing from all the direction. So what I will do is I will slightly resize this additional set of polygons. Okay, this looks good. Next, let's use extrude one more time. So right click and select extrude option. Click and hold left mouse button and drag your mouse towards the right. Wow, we again made one more set of polygons. Again click on R button. This will activate rotate mode. Bring your mouse pointer closer to blue circle. Click and hold left mouse button and drag your mouse upward. Perfect. Now activate move tool by clicking E and move it little upward. activate scale tool by clicking T and resize little inward. Next, again use extrude. Then use rotate, move it little upward, click T to resize. Again use extrude, click R to rotate, click E to move, click T to resize. Again extrude, rotate, move it little backward, resize. Again extrude, rotate, move, resize. Move, resize. Again use extrude, rotate, move, resize. Move, resize. Again extrude, rotate, move, resize. Again extrude and resize. And wow, we are done with half of the banana. So click F1 to go to perspective view and see how this looks like now. Wow, this looks cool. So now let's quickly complete the remaining half of the banana. So here what you need to do is select these three surfaces by using Shift key. Then click F4 to go to front view. Again we will start using extrude, rotate, move and scale tool to make the remaining half of the banana. So right click and use extrude. Rotate, move, resize. Again extrude, rotate, move, resize. Again extrude, rotate, move it upward, resize. Again extrude, rotate, move it upward, resize. Again extrude, move it upward, rotate, resize, again extrude, rotate, move it upward, resize, again extrude, rotate, move, resize, move it little upward, again extrude, rotate, resize, move it upward, resize, and wow, we are done. Our banana model is ready. So click F1 to go to perspective view, and wow, this looks amazing. Now let's quickly do some finishing touch. And to make this banana look smooth and curvy, let's bring subdivision surface option by clicking on this button here. When you click, you will see that subdivision surface option is available over here, but still that doesn't change our banana model as of now. So next we will click on display and we will bring Gouraud shading lines. This will show the lines across different polygons, but this still doesn't look smooth and curvy. So what we need to do is go to this cube, click on it, click and hold left mouse button and drag your cube below subdivision surface like this. And wow, let's look at our banana. Wow, this looks so smooth and so curvy and so perfect. Now click on this subdivision surface here and then go to display and click on Gouraud shading, and this is how our banana looks like. Now let's quickly give a color to this banana by adding a material. So click here on create new default material, double click on this material, go to spectrum here and then select a yellow color as per your wish. Okay, this looks good. So simply close and drag your material on your banana object like this. And this is how our banana looks like. So thanks for watching this video. Give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and thank you.